Hi guys. I know it's been a while since I've done a video, so somebody recently wanted to see something from me, so here I am. Um, I don't really know what I'm going to talk about, but I think people want to hear about my perspective on natural parenting. So, um, basically, Lotus is almost 2.5 next month, and I find a lot of motherhood to be very intuitive. I don't read a lot of parenting books or I go by any parenting strategies or anything like that. I really just kind of go with what I feel is right, and I definitely am hard on myself. I feel like a lot of the time I'm not doing what I think is best. I know that I am most of the time, but I still am hard on myself. So, for example, um, I think that the ideal childhood would be mostly spent outdoors and in wild nature, not in manicured parks and stuff like that. So I do the best I can. For a while, my only real option was to take Lotus to the park, and so that was just our only opportunity to really spend time outside. And she loved it, and so she was happy, and that's really all that matters. Um, Now our situation has changed, and we have a nice little yard, and and my partner takes our only car to work. So we don't go to the park anymore. We just play outside, and she doesn't have a lot of outdoor toys, just a couple. So it's kind of fun to watch her imagination take over when there's not a lot of toys around. So in fact, right now, she's just in the bedroom playing with her hair clips. I expect her to come out here at some point and see what I'm doing. But yeah, so I try to spend as much time outside as possible, rain or shine. Ideally, we try to be exposed to sunlight as much as possible. Um, so as soon as 11 o'clock hits, there's like a good amount of sunshine. And so we go outside, and I just lead by example. So in the grassy area of our yard, I'll take my shoes off, and sometimes she does too, and sometimes she doesn't. So I don't worry too much about her earthing herself every day. I just let her do it if she wants to. And so, yeah, we're getting a lot of sunshine right now, which is good. But there's times of the day where she wants to watch Sesame Street, and I just let her for a little bit, and I definitely think that's not ideal, but it's also pretty innocent and makes her happy. So, what are you gonna do? Yeah, and so what else should I talk about? Food. Lotus is not a very picky eater. She'll eat mostly everything we eat, unless it's too spicy or she's just not in the mood. So, but some of her favorite foods are pasta. I either do like a red sauce, or I do like a cashew cream sauce, which is kind of like Alfredo sauce. She doesn't like any mock meats. She doesn't even really like tofu that much, or tempeh. She never has, so I still serve it a lot. I serve vegan meatballs and fried tofu and marinated tempeh, and every once in a while a vegan, chicken alternative or something like that. There's lots of options out there, and so my partner and I love it. We try it all. Everything vegan, we'll eat it. And so she often doesn't want to eat it, but she loves vegetable stir fries. She loves rice, quinoa. She loves most fruits. She loves oranges, apples, strawberries. Lately, she's been loving tomatoes, raw tomatoes, and for a while she wasn't wanting tomatoes. So now I buy her little organic grape tomatoes she likes to munch on. She had some today. We are growing tomatoes. They're in the ground still, seedlings. So this summer we'll probably have tomatoes for her to eat, and that'll be great. She loves like little, we do like burritos for dinner. I'll just roll her a little burrito with beans and rice or lettuce or whatever we do, and she loves that. We buy a lot in bulk, so almost every day I'm soaking beans to make either like garbanzo beans for hummus. I just made a big batch of hummus, which she loves, and she'll dip like chips or crackers or vegetables in it. I'm not too strict on her diet, so if I'm eating potato chips, she's gonna eat some potato chips. If I'm eating chocolate, she's eating chocolate, and for my own health as well as hers, I try to limit fried foods and sugars, but we still have them in moderation. Her teeth are good. She went to the dentist for the first time recently, and no cavities or anything, so I'm super grateful for that. That's my goal with her, is if I do feel like she's, needing something a little bit more nutritious, I'll make her a green smoothie with lots of spirulina, and she'll eat that up like without a problem. So in terms of like keeping minerals in her diet, I'll throw celery into a smoothie, lots of greens, lots of fruit, and that's a great way to get kids to eat greens and something like celery, which is she won't eat by itself, but she likes if I make salads, she'll eat salad. Like her favorite type of salad is like shredded cabbage and carrots with like all finely chopped celery, and maybe throw in some quinoa into the salad and mashed avocado, and she'll eat that. But other than that, like, she eats pretty much what we eat, so she's not super picky. She likes really like complex flavors in terms of like sauces and things like that. When we go out to eat, she'll eat like pizza with lots of different toppings, vegetable toppings on it, vegan cheese. She loves vegan cheese, so she doesn't like the faux meats, but she likes the vegan cheeses. So we get the sliced cheese from either Dea or Chow Field Roast or Follow Your Heart or whatever sliced cheeses she loves. And if we find them on sale, we'll buy a bunch of them because that's just a fun snack for her. And she doesn't like veggie burgers for some reason. So we eat veggie burgers a lot. That's an easy meal, and she usually doesn't like that, so I make her something else. She likes pasta a lot. So my tricks for pasta are like buying the bean pasta, the gluten-free bean pasta, or there's even some pastas made with like spinach in them and different vegetables in the pasta itself. And then I might make a pesto. Pesto could be switched up with different greens. Instead of basil, you could do parsley or cilantro. You could add kale or spinach and avocado, and that's a great way to get greens into her diet. She'll eat pasta with green sauce on it like all day long, so that's a good one. And even just like mac and cheese, the mac and cheese sauce that is like carrots and potatoes in it is a great sauce because it has the nutrients from the carrots and potatoes and nutritional yeast. She loves dips, so like hummus or bean dip. That's a great protein source. But other than that, I'm like not tripping too hard on her diet. Like, she seems pretty healthy. She still breastfeeds a lot at 2.5, so that's something that just works for us, and it makes me feel good knowing that she's still getting lots of nutrients through the breast milk, and it's good for her immune system. So and that on that note, the immune system, that's the other reason why being outside is so important, is for kids to get their hands in the dirt, their feet in the dirt. Being exposed to those microbes is good for immunity and gut health. So when we're gardening, it's really great when she helps. She gets handfuls of dirt, soil, puts it in the pot, and I just let her play with soil all day long. And if that's what she wants to do, she loves that right now. We have a big bag of organic soil out front, and she'll take a handful of soil and put it in a pot, just pretending like she's doing what we're doing. And that's great, you know, so I just let her do that. She loves to water the plants, so she's really into the gardening. So we hope to do more of that with her as the spring comes and the summer and forever and ever. That's always something that is super valuable for kids, to learn where their food comes from, to eat the food that they've grown. I think that's like one of the most important things you could do for a child, is teach them how to grow food. And cooking, we like to expose her to some of our cooking, so that she's not really actively participating in cooking, but if I'm mixing ingredients together, I'll let her help with the measuring spoons. And she loves to taste the sauce. If we have a NutriBullet full of sauce, she likes to taste the sauce, and so she's kind of our little chef helper in training. What are you doing, Lo? She's way too quiet. She's up to something. So I would like to maybe ask you for questions. If there's anything you guys want to hear from me, I would love to make a second video with this one about natural parenting, attachment parenting, gentle parenting. Maybe talk more about... Oh, I'm being summoned. So any questions you have about veganism, minimalism, natural lifestyle, simple living, and I'll do another video answering your questions. Thanks, guys. Bye.